Hey, too. What's up, dog? Do you have a problem with that? Tula? Hey, Tula. I love you, Tula. You're quite. She has quite an attitude. Hey! Hey! Y'all being good girls or what? Hey! All right. Everybody's getting ready for the big flood of Texas, huh? Flood deads. Will they be my flood bud? Ooh. Be my flood buds. Will they be my flood buds or will they be flood deads? Ooh, the flood deads. Mm. Oh, golfing. That's not Weather Channel. Golfing, that's boring. Oh, it's still this bullshit, Rocky Mountain Wreckers. Oh man, when's the weather come on, dude? It's just this shit. It's a marathon of this shit all fucking day. Fuck. All right, whatever. I know what we'll do. Here's what we're gonna do here. We are gonna go to yeah, ice road trucking. Woo. It's like, who watches that shit anyway, man? Okay, so we'll just do the weather forecast like 10 o'clock tonight, and that should say what the week is. Yeah. Why did they put Saturday Night Live? Is it the anniversary special? Or no, they don't already have. What's this shit at? Oh, SNL 50. Oh, it's a repeat from, yeah, it was from February 16, 2025. Saturday Night Live 50. Can't believe they made it there with all their bullshit content. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised Saturday Night Diet made it to 50. I don't think they'll celebrate another 50. I think people will stop watching Saturday Night Live. I think there'll be better comedy options online, and then people like the old people will die off, their core audience that's been watching it since the last century, and then once the old folks die off, then yeah, Saturday Night Died will occur. The attempts to institutionalize Saturday Night Live like it's some profound American institution, like the Constitution or the Bill of Rights or something, it's a ridiculous notion. Even for a company as powerful as NBC, Universal, Comcast. And and how many Democrats and leftists will there be left in the future? Will there be a whole lot of communists and socialists, or will that die off? So you would have to actually have communists and socialists to watch the corporate mainstream media, and so you had to keep the communists. You had to basically. Leftism and communism is, or even being a Democrat, it's hard to replicate that. You would have to keep that going. You would have to, reproduce a new generation of leftists or Democrat party people, and that's just not really what's happening in this country right now. I mean, sure, there's a big contingent of Democrats and liberals and, I mean, it looks like a lot when they riot, right? It's like, yeah. So sort of like similar to black people. It looks like a lot when they get together, but really, it's just that white people don't riot that much. Because white people just kind of just go, well, whatever. We just put up with the shit. And so, white people just go, well, people don't give a shit about white people, so. Would there be a situation that white people rioted in the country? If there was something really unjust, really unfair, something really bogus happened. Some kind of leftist judge, some Obama, Clinton, Soros judge or something, let off a black dude that shot a bunch of people or shot a bunch of white people and he got off scot-free, and then that might cause white rioting. But generally speaking, European people, American white people, Caucasian people usually don't riot unless there's something like Boston Tea Party going on, unless there's like a mad king that's like stealing all our shit or taxing us to death or something like that. Yeah, I guess the white rioters really don't have like a get out of jail free card, like the darkies, because the darkies can just go, oh yeah, I'm robbing the Foot Locker, but why? And you go, well, slavery, and they'll go, oh, like, were your parents or grandparents slaves? No, yeah, but we're robbing the Foot Locker because the man. Yeah, because we're black. And see what I'm saying? So they could just do racial injustice and inequality. So we're gonna riot. So yeah. Elon Musk has all the money, so we're gonna go riot. But that's a way you can get free Nikes. Until they run out. When the people rob them all, but. And the Foot Locker moves out of town, closes down all their shops or whatever. It's a great way to get free shit though for a while. Aren't tennis shoes kind of expensive? Reebok and Adidas and Nike and Jordans and shit like that. So, God comes to do justice with his great flood coming this week. Yeah. Yeah, if a white person was rioting and like stealing shit and burning down Wendy's and shit, we get arrested like 2 seconds flat. Because we could, if the cops were arresting us, why are you doing this, man? Stealing all this tennis shoes and breaking the windows and setting shit on fire. I'd just be like, well, the man man. You know, the system, man, the matrix, man. You know what I mean, man? You know, like the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, man, and the middle class gets screwed. You know, the middle class is just shrinking, man. Fuck the system. And then I would just be, you know, whatever. It would be lame, but... See, I couldn't say, like, human bondage and slavery. That happened 200 years ago. But, I don't have a get-out-of-jail-free card like that. That's a good, like, get-out-of-jail-free card, really. Now, I realized that Wendy's is not as good as it used to be. Like in the 1980s, those chicken club sandwiches were awesome. So I could get, I know. In the commercials, there's like hot babes and there's like funny people. And they love working at Wendy's. Now in the reality, in the real world, do people love working at Wendy's? No. So in the commercial, it looks different. There's like a hot chick, and there's a hot babe with some big tits, and then there's like a black dude who's like the serious black dude, and then they have the white guy that's like, hey, we're the bag boys. He's trying to be like the goofy white dude from the Progressive insurance commercials. Jamie. Bag boys. And then the black dude's like, no. Oh my God. A white guy rapping. That's so crazy. Oh my God, a white guy rapping. Like that happens in the 2020s. That's so nuts. Okay. So what happens if you go into the 2020s Wendy's? You see happy people smiling and singing Bag Boys? It's gonna be like, oh my God, I work at fucking Wendy's, and they're gonna, I make $7 an hour, my life is dead. Could barely pay my rent. Yeah, that's more like the stress and anxiety of really working at Wendy's as an adult or young adult. Or yeah, if you're an adult working there, it's pretty much, you know, socioeconomically, like your life is over at that point. I mean, it's still technically, you're still alive, technically, right? Technically speaking. Now, mostly when I see people work at Wendy's for minimum wage, I see people going like, oh shit, I work at Wendy's. Like, I can't wait to get the fuck out of here, right? Yeah. It even makes it worse if you do work a minimum wage job, and like, then that friend from high school comes in that you haven't seen in a long time. Then you see that guy from high school, and he's like, hey, what's up? Oh, that's Scott? Johnny? Is that you? And they're like, hey man, what's up? It's been a while since high school, huh? And you're like, oh, how have you been? Well, you're working minimum wage. Huh. Well, that's quaint. I own 10 businesses and have a beautiful wife, have 5 kids, and a mansion. Yeah. Well, I'll see you later. Enjoy making chicken sandwiches. Or if somebody sees you work at retail, they think like you died. They like treat it like a funeral, like if they hadn't seen you in a long time. Like if you work at retail when you're like 20, and you work at retail when you're like 30 or 40 or 50, God forbid, and then your old boss or something, he comes in, it's like a funeral, and he's like, hey, oh, you work at Kroger's, oh, you work at H-E-B or Walmart or something, and he's like, he walks in. He's like, oh, like he wants to play like funeral music. You go, dude, it's not a funeral. I'm not dead. I just work at Walmart. It's not like my life is over. I know you're treating it like my financial and socioeconomic life is doomed. and my sexual life is dead in the water forever, I know you're treating like my life like a funeral, but I'm not dead yet. Hanging in there, my man. So far. So, this isn't pink Kool-Aid, by the way. Not that I was worried that you would think it was pink Kool-Aid. There's some like vitamin shit. Something to get through this 100-degree day here before the great floods come in Texas. Now, what's the great flood? The high pressure system is going to leave, and then all the rain's going to say, hey. It's like guys in the club when they see Taylor Swift when she was 25. It was like, we need to get over there. That's a fucking babe. We need to go. It's like that. And so the rain is going to come back with a vengeance because the high pressure is gone. And it's like Taylor Swift spreading her legs like, come on, boys. And so I know some guys are like, oh, Taylor Swift isn't that hot. I'm like, you're just saying that to be trendy, I think. Oh, she's an average girl, man. I see them like that every day. She's nothing special. Yeah, man, I mean, in a certain universe, maybe that's true. I think I hear a doggy disturbance. Who let the dogs out? Me. Whoop, there it is. Get jiggy with it. Hey! What are we doing here? Hey, you missed the Godfather. Hey. You know that the Godfather's on? What was wrong with you? Gave her a kiss on the neck, huh? Kissy. It's bad. Ooh. Oh. Ow. Ah. Ah. Oh, good burp on that. Right. Tula was being naughty, so we had to address the shenanigans. All right, let's see what's going on. No worries, you're on beach time. Best days equals the beach days equals the best days. That's for sure. Well, I mean, if the Biden-Harris economy hadn't decimated the finances of millions of people, I think that I want to say that probably my parents could have retired really nicely if they're yeah, I think they could have had a great retirement, but now they're worried. Yeah, now they're worried because bills keep going up and then costs don't come down and then money does not magically grow on trees. So, yeah, that's a problem. There's no money fountain. Maybe there's a money genie for banks or the government that prints money, but still has to face the laws of reality, $37 trillion worth of debt and all that shit. So like Social Security, it might be a Ponzi scheme, but it's going to keep a lot of seniors and baby boomers alive in their older age. So it's going to help a nice, it's not as good as working, but it's better than nothing, So it's a supplemental type income. So I don't expect that Social Security is going to be solvent and around for my generation, the millennials or Generation X, or definitely not the Zoomers, definitely not Generation Y, Z, and Alpha. Yeah, it'll be for those future generations, starting with the millennials. Social Security probably won't be there by the time we reach retirement age. And also you have to worry that the $37 trillion worth of debt doesn't cripple the U.S. economy at the same time. I think, yeah, the baby boomers, they have to deal with the reality that the elder generations and the boomers have to deal with this stark reality of their retirement is like they got to worry about, where their bread's coming from. Yeah, they got Social Security, which isn't that much, and then whatever their savings, if they have any savings anymore. And then they deal with the stark realization that their children's future and their children's children's future will be worse and not as secure as theirs. And so that's you kind of living that living nightmare as well, unfortunately. But now a human being will have to deal with the nightmare of mortality and growing old in and of itself, and then you have to deal with this like debt and financial bomb nightmare as well, and a population bomb nightmare. So there's like multiple nightmares unfolding. Which isn't good. your mind, tell the story here. Open up your eyes. Just let me go, let me go. Yeah, I like that old song. Is that by Tonic, I want to say? It was like, open up your eyes. Don't let your mind tell the story here. The video is famous too. The music video is really good. It's like they're going skating. Yeah. They're skating around a neighborhood. Yeah, that's a great video. Just a bunch of guys in roller skates skating around the neighborhood. That's funny. Yeah, I like an alternative rock one-hit wonder every once in a while. Yeah, I really like the Goo Goo Dolls a lot in the 1990s. I think they were just like, yeah, they made a lot of great songs. It was like the Goo Goo Dolls, and the album was called A Boy Named Goo or something. Oh yeah. A Boy Named Goo. So the last day of hell is here, I think. Maybe tomorrow's the last day of hell. And then the great flood occurs. The great flood. Now the system is going to come in after the high pressure system leaves and relieves. It's your lucky day, boys. Taylor Swift is drunk, and she's at the same bar as you. And she's single. This is an imaginary world. And she's ready too. She's looking for a guy. She's like, I'm hunting for dudes. So you're in luck. Because she's kind of tipsy on the vodka Diet Cokes. She's like, hey, you're not bad looking. Hey, come to my hotel tonight. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a lesbian, I promise. Let's have some fun. Let's make some love tonight, baby. Ooh. So the high pressure system left. And now the rain can come. And it's going to start, and the system's going to stall out for days. From Tuesday all the way to maybe even the entire weekend. Washed out, flooded out. Not as bad as the tax day floods, maybe. Maybe not as bad. Maybe not as bad as Harvey, where the Hurricane Harvey, where the city of Houston, Texas was literally underwater. Or it's not going to be as bad as Allison in 2001. I was in Washington, D.C., working and living there with my friends, so I missed Allison. But apparently it was massive. It was like 20 inches of rain or something crazy, like the worst tropical storm ever. And so I think it was even worse than Harvey, I want to say, maybe. I haven't looked at the rainfall totals, in the inches. So another Sunday of hell with this high pressure system. I haven't checked to see if it's hit 100 degrees yet. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't make it, but I don't know. If it broke the record from 1980. It was the record of Houston heat. It was 99 from 1980, the year I was born. And if it went to 100 today, then it broke the record. But if it stayed under, then it didn't. So. This guitar was given the official seal of Nintendo. No, I just took that from that. Was it Nintendo Wii? Or was that from? Maybe that's Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the difference between the old video games and the video games of today, like the original, the OG video games, it's not just the graphics. There's a lot of things. It's a lot more computerized and a lot less analog or manual. So, one thing, I guess the video games, the kind of depressing thing it shows you today is how much time you played Legend of Zelda, or how much time you Mario Karted. So that can be depressing depending on how you feel about it. So back in the days, you didn't know how many hours you were spending on Mario Kart or Zelda, or Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, you just played it for hours and hours and hours. You didn't really talk much about it. You played the games, and you enjoyed it, and yeah. Now it tells you have been playing Mario for 5 years, and you're like, fuck. Yeah, now it's a bit more depressing. You have been playing Zelda for 10 years. Some guy's like, ah. Yeah, it has the time counter on it now, right? Like, you have been playing Kirby, or you've been playing Super Smash Brothers for 10 years and 2 months and 1 week and 72 hours. It's like, well, don't put it that way, okay? Maybe I don't want to know that shit. It's like somebody had to counter how many times you jerked off or something. It would be like, your jerk off count is... You got to get those numbers up, man. Do you jerk off? Sure, I jerk off. Well, you gotta bring in those numbers, man. those numbers up, baby. All right. If they did have like a masturbate counter for somebody's life, there would be like the ultimate masturbator. Like there would be like the masturbator. It would. It'd be like, Mike, you've jerked off a total of 3 million times in your lifetime. And you get like an award or some shit. No, I'm glad they don't track that either. Or I'm glad they don't track how many times people wipe their ass. The toilet light records how many times you wipe your ass. Well, maybe you get an award. You get a social credit for like a clean ass. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I'm not getting a chip inside my brain. I'm not becoming a cyborg. So that's the devil." Yeah. Over my dead body. Yeah, that's good thinking. I don't really want to become a cyborg. But I would like to pick up a man by his neck with one arm. And choke him to death. Just kidding. So then, I would like to punch somebody so hard that their heart stops working. I don't want to become a cyborg, but... And then you put in like horrible example of what you could do as a superhuman or a metahuman. A cyborg, an enhanced person. Are the days of bionic people here? Androids? Well, they have robots. I never thought I'd really see functioning robots, like back in the 1980s, 1990s. Even though I was watching Terminator and stuff, to me it was still fiction. But now I guess science fiction is becoming science reality. Yeah. So this bizarre time to be here on Earth. I'm glad to be here, but it is a bizarre time for most people to be alive. So it is strange times. Yeah. I mean, I hope there's not a technical tyranny on the horizon that we get enslaved by cyborgs or the Matrix or something like that. I mean, I hope we're not on the precipice of, a really dark and dystopian nightmare type society. So. Yeah, my mom said, "What's that song?" I was like, the "Let the Days Go By." Let the days go by. Yeah. It's like, this is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. My God, what have I done? Yeah, I remember that. Once in a lifetime. But Talking Heads. Once in a lifetime. Time isn't holding us. Time doesn't ask of us. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Yeah, I had like a Talking Heads phase in my life. I had Talking Heads, the Jonathan Demme movie, Stop Making Sense, DVD, and I had the compilations, of the Talking Heads music. Yeah, from like the early indie days, the acoustic guitar days, all the way to the most advanced stages of David Byrne and Talking Heads musical careers. So it is kind of interesting because at first he's indie and like post-punk, and then the songs keep on getting more complex as it goes along, and which is cool. Yeah, it's kind of like cool. Listen to the Talking Heads discography because it goes from like a guy with an acoustic guitar singing, kind of lo-fi all the way to the more complicated arrangements and instruments. So. Yeah, once in a lifetime. Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down into the blue again. After the money's gone. Once in a lifetime. Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah. Yeah, superhumans, metahumans, super intelligence, androids. Yeah, all possible on the horizon. I've said that most terror attacks have been old school, like using fertilizer bombs. They've been using guys just been driving through crowds and, getting a big truck. But I could definitely foresee the day where there's an evil terrorist that uses a bunch of drones. He has a robot attack on a large crowd or system or building or something. So. So I think the day somebody really knows they're living in the future is when there's a building or a large gathering of people for an event. Let's say it's a concert or sports game, and all of a sudden there's robots flying through the air, killing people. Then you know you are officially in the motherfucking future. Yeah. Without a doubt. I hope people already know that we're in the future. But maybe some people, either you don't want to conceive or conceptualize technological evolution because you just don't want to deal with it. And that's going to be an attitude of many. I'm more like, what is this new technology? I'm more like thinking about it a lot. So to me, it's like ooh, what are the good things? What are the bad things? Let's talk about tech, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that could be. Let's talk about tech. So yeah. Let's talk about tech, baby. Let's talk about you and me. They haven't done a commercial for Let's Talk About Sex yet, huh? Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the bad things and the good things that could be. Let's talk about sex. Yeah, that was a good hit back in the day, huh? I like it. I think it's like very catchy. I know they probably thought they were being edgy. Hey, we're gonna talk about sex. That's so edgy. We're the biggest edgelords of the 90s, like we're really pushing envelopes. But they thought, man, we're really people, when we mention sex, it's gonna drive them crazy because it's like fucking so edgy. Yeah, that was like edgy for the 90s. Yeah, for sure. Like somebody back in the 90s was like, hey, it'd be really crazy if we talked about sex. Yeah, that would really ruffle society's feathers. Get a load of this. Somebody was writing a song back in the day. Oh man, let's mention weed in our song. Yeah, the parents are gonna go nuts. Yeah. Then Marilyn Manson came along, and that was it. The good old innocent days were over. So some people are like, oh man, tech is going so fast. Just let it run. Like whatever happens, happens. Some people feel that way. Like, oh, I don't run big tech companies. I don't care. I'm not involved in that process. I don't work for Google, Alphabet, Meta, Facebook platforms. I don't work for Microsoft or IBM or Nvidia. Like, why should I care about the future? Like, who cares? Yeah. Why even keep up with it? Why even try? Because technological evolution, yeah, it's going to affect all of our lives. So that's the reason to kind of clue in and maybe get a little educated about artificial intelligence and the technologies and capabilities of the future. That might be something to know, is all I'm saying. Whether it goes great for humanity, whether it goes into horror, we still need to know about it because it may be in our future and directly affect our lives beyond the capacity that it has now. The Spanish word for to know, the verb is saber, S-A-B-E-R, and so like a saber. So knowledge is like a sword. A double-edged sword. In the Bible, the Garden of Eden, and the tree of life, the apple holds great knowledge, but the penalty is the fall of mankind. and the Genesis chapter 1. Yeah, do I expect there's going to be robots and Terminators, going down the road tomorrow? No. I'm just saying eventually it's all coming. It's all coming. So the more educated and prepared we are for the possibilities of the future, the better off we'll be. That's all I'm saying. Just get ready. Because whatever's coming is coming. Whatever that thing is. So why not get a little educated and prepared for it? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, my mom asked me, what's that donut shop, that famous donut with the donut sign in California? Yeah, I said it's Randy's Donuts. Now, I don't know that because I've done extensive tours of California or anything. I haven't never been there in that state actually at all. And only went as far west as Nevada. Nevada land. Never Nevada land. Yeah, but I know it's called Randy's Donuts because that's like an Iron Man 2 or something, where Tony Stark, he flies the Iron Man suit to the Randy's Donuts and chills. He like chills inside the donut, takes a selfie or something. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Time to open up a burr. No. Just kidding. It's 100 degrees outside. There's no burr. I gotta recharge the phone anyway in case the grid goes down or some shit like that. So, yeah, gonna go try to run the dogs out if it's not 100 degrees outside. So as long as the weather isn't deadly to their existence. Oh, thanks for watching. God bless and best of success. Oh, there she is. My dog. There's Bella waiting. Waiting like a patient. Waiting like a patient. Love. And my great love, Bella Boop. All right. And Tula too. I love you, Tula too. Yeah, ooh. And Bella Boop. You're so patient waiting for me, I know.